Avitus. Yeah.
Hello, all, and welcome back to Tales from the Table Studios. I am your wonderful, disembodied voice, La Dame, today, because that's what I'm doing, but I'm pretending to be Lion, and it's fine, it works. Thank you for being here. We're excited for a wonderful game of Brindlewood Bay. Maybe, I think. I'm going to go do other stuff, but thank you for being here. If you're interested in donating, you can hit exclamation point donate in the chat to bring up the link. It'll be a good time. I believe what we said was every $10 donation will get you entered to win a cool set of dice. It's very exciting. So check that out. All right, I'm going to go now. I'll see you at the end. Bye.
Good evening. I'm Avitus, the Annihilator, and I'm here joined by my colleagues, and might even say friends at the table tonight. We are going to play Brindlewood Bay. It is a wonderful, cozy, small town mystery game, and we'll go introduce each other around the table. Let's go in this order. I have Sam. Sam, can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Samantha. I'm a beholder. I'm going to play a role-playing game. Yes. Are we being old ladies? Old human ladies?
Yes, soon enough.
Should I introduce mine now? Or wait for everybody else? I am, of course, the most important, but everybody else can have a turn, I suppose. If there's no one else, who am I more important than?
Well, let's go to Linwood. Oh, Linwood, you're muted.
Hello, everyone. My name is Linwood. I'm just a cute little guy who has definitely has not absorbed any of my warlocks. Definitely not.
That must be pretty fun. Let's see. Next up we have Pidgemug.
Hey, Pidgemug the Gobbo here. I'm lucky Avitus let me come play today after annihilating the other player that was supposed to be here. I'm really excited to do whatever this is and be a grandma.
You see, we do want to make sure that this is a relatively safe space. So just as long as we're all cordial, and take uh, the fighting outside off table, then we'll be okay. And last but not least, we have. Sorry, can you please introduce yourself?
I am Sathadrius Bear Skull, and I look forward to playing in this murder mastery game where we try to kill as many people as possible.
Sathadrius, I don't know if you've read the pitch, but I sent out that it is we're playing good old ladies. We're playing the good guys.
What? That's ridiculous.
We're not murdering. We're solving murders.
Oh, I must have.
It's okay.
You're in your handwriting, in my defense, in your handwriting, an I looks a lot like an A. So I read mastery when you meant mystery.
I will make sure to fix that. I guess I was a little too fast and excited to run this. But thank you.
It's the bony fingers.
Well, I wouldn't say they're bony, just delicate, but thank you. Let's now introduce our lovely mavens that we have chosen to play. I will go around the same order. Samantha, please, if you could introduce your maven and tell us a little bit about her.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to think beyond my own mind. But I can summon from the ether a being that can inhabit this creature, this good old lady, who is, just to confirm, not going to kill anybody?
No, No, not going to kill anybody. That'll be something we can discuss in another game.
Fine. I'll play this one, but just so I can play that one later.
Very well.
Hello, everyone. My name's Ida. I'm from Yorkshire, but my third husband, Alphonse, moved to America, so I followed him there, and then I moved into New York City, which I call New Yorkshire. Now I spend most of my time riding around on a bicycle.
Oh, a bicycle. What kind of contraption is that? Is that some kind of a horse or like a
Oh, it's made of metal. You get on the back and you use the pedals, and it takes you where you want to go quite quickly. My old legs aren't as fast as they used to be, but I can still get where I want to go, especially on my bicycle.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Who did we have next here? I believe Linwood. Linwood, your old maven, please.
My maven is Hyacinth Bouquet, definitely not Bucket. Her pronouns are she, her, and she loves nothing more than a good blouse, but the only thing she absolutely adores is collecting pressed flowers that remind her of her loved ones. She's been getting some awfully strange dreams lately.
Curious about that. Thank you. And yeah, Pidgemug, please tell us about your maven.
Yes, Pidgemug will be playing Wanda Hill. Wanda Hill? No. Oh, okay. Wanda Hills. Wanda Hills likes sweater jackets that have buttons that don't work and baking things with stretchy worms in them. Good flavors. And doesn't burn anything down ever. She is a good lady.
All right, thank you. And Sathadrius, your maven, please.
I, Sethadris, greatest of all black dragons, will be playing a little old lady by the name of Nana Gallowglass, and she misses her dead husband so very much, you see, but she whiles away the time by, well, working in her garden and drinking tea, of course, and associating with her good friends, the murder mavens, who I completely misunderstood the purpose of until it was clarified for me.
Very good. I see that you've been practicing on your maven character. Very good.
It's helpful when you're luring adventurers to their doom to be able to mimic a grandmother.
Oh, indeed. How hilarious to see them when they know that it has all been a ruse. All right. I guess we shall begin. Brindlewood Bay. It is the annual Brindlewood Bay Bake Off. We are a small town by the sea. The air always smells of sea salt and ocean breeze. The town folks that have lived there all their lives are very used to it. They don't notice it, but tourists and visitors definitely notice it. But it's cozy. It's a cozy town. Most of the demographic is seniors. It is a town where most go to retire. I would love to know before the bake off begins, and the mavens all are contestants, by the way, for this event. I would love to visit what the game calls silhouettes. Can we go into each of your Maven's day by day, like your daily routine, or a fond memory, something that really tells us how human and normal and ordinary they are. So again, I guess we will go with the same order. I will refer to you as Ida. Ida, please tell us what your day-to-day looks like, or if you have something specific you'd like to share.
Oh, well,
Please refer to me first. I'm very important.
Oh, sorry, Samantha. Please tell us
Yes.
about Ida.
Ida, tell them about yourself.
oh, well, thank you. Well, in the morning, I wake up, I lean over to the side and I see which pill I'm supposed to take for the day. It's usually the only way I can tell what day it is straight away. So I take my pills, and I get up and I go and lift some weights, and then I go out for a little bike ride in the morning, always before the sun comes up if I can. And then I go around, up the hill, down the hill, along the beach, and I see if I can see any tourists around the bay. And then I'll go and see my friends.
Is that it?
I don't live a very full day. By the time I get to the beach at my pace, it's already 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, how absolutely pleasant. Thank you. So, Linwood, please tell us about Hyacinth Bucket.
Hyacinth has been having some very strange dreams lately, and I believe you're supposed to give me one of those.
Oh, yes. Think of a nightmare, you said?
Yes.
Oh, well, I couldn't possibly think of anything so terrible. Um,
Oh, come on, I know you can.
yes. Well, the nightmare you're having, it starts with a wonderful stroll through a garden. You have beautiful flowers sprouting from the ground. The soil is light, fluffy, and soft, as if they're made of clouds, but you know that it is indeed soil. It smells of fresh rain and sunshine and roses and all that bogus. As you're going down this uh, floral path, you notice a loved one. Does question for you for Hyacinth? Does Hyacinth have a loved one that I can bring into this nightmare?
Probably just one of her friends, to be honest.
Okay, so who would be a good friend amongst the mavens? Who would you like to see in this nightmare?
Okay. Would y'all mind if I roll a d6 to decide?
Oh, yes, go ahead.
That would be Nana.
Nana,
Yeah.
Nana Gallowglass. Is that right? Gallowglass?
Yes, Gallowglass. It's a term for an ancient Celtic mercenary.
Ooh, okay. Nana Gallowglass is at the end of that path, waiting with a serene smile on her face, on her dainty little wrinkled human mortal face. She's wearing some kind of a sundress. Again, more flowers. As you step closer, Nana is Nana's smile is starting to stretch much wider. It is almost in it is almost humanly impossible that it stretches this wide without the help of external forces. It is stretching beyond her gums, beyond her jaw, and it's going far around until all you see is a wide maw, and the jaw opens up, and you are suddenly thrust into this opening. You dive deep into this black pit inside of Nana Gallowglass. And as you're swimming through the void, you are suddenly in another dream, another a place, because we know how dreams work. Nothing really ever makes sense. So
I mean, I do swallow a lot of people.
yes, but
Yes, all of this seems very normal to me.
Yes, but these are humans. These are mortals having nightmares. For us, it's an everyday occurrence. There's nothing surprising
No,
about
this is very scary. You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
doing
It
great.
was-
Nope.
It's my first time running this game. I would like a little bit of,
Sorry,
leeway.
I meant to say I'm very scared.
Thank you.
I
You're giving
didn't,
me
but I'll
amazing
listen
fodder
anyway.
for later.
Exactly. So now, as I was saying, you are now at the festival, the bake off. It is all happening. The crowds, the tourists arrive, fresh baked pies are around, your mavens are with you again, minus Nana, Gallowglass, and you are looking up at the tent, the judge's tent, where they come together to decide and taste the delicacies you've baked. And as you're looking around on this sunny day, it is suddenly nighttime and the moon is out. It's absolutely silent. And as you're looking up at the tent, you see a shadowy figure on all fours, climbing it and entering inside. And then you wake up.
Hyacinth wakes up with a start. Just with a small yelp. And then goes straight to her dream journal to write it down. This is me narratively asking for that clue.
Yes, the clue, in this case, viewers, this is specifically a void clue, which may not tie in so much into the case, but also it might. The clue for you is the figure climbing the tent.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
As she goes to her dream journal, she writes down her dream as she does every morning, as much as she can remember, so that way she doesn't forget and she gets to tell all of her friends about this. And then she goes through her pressed flower collection, goes through her silica powder, picks out the flowers, puts them between a book page, and reads the most recent Golden Crown mystery book. And honestly, having a good time, most likely will call all of her friends and collects her clothespins for the bake-off today.
Wonderful. Just pardon me a moment. I have to yell at somebody.
Uh-oh. Glad it's not me.
We'll do that later, don't worry.
Oh, guys.
Thank you for the
I'm
reminder.
always amused when they try to yell at me.
Sorry
Amusing.
about that. I have back. Are my
Are
captions still
Minions.
running?
Minions, you can't live with them and you can't eat all of them.
Yeah. We don't like being eaten.
Is my caption still running?
From what I can read, which isn't very well, I don't think I'm seeing anything.
Oh no, I have to wait. Oh no, it's back. I fixed it.
Oh yay! You're so good at fixing things.
Thank you.
One would hope you would handle such magics well. After all, that is your field, is it not?
It is, but I don't know everything. Sometimes I have to look it up.
Magic and technology are strange mixes.
Yes. If
If
all
you
you
don't
do
know
is eat
everything what you
things,
saw you.
I know everything.
oh goodness.
We
Anyways,
didn't ask you, Zam.
we are
Yes, you did.
getting, ugh.
You're referring to someone other than yourself, so it must have been me.
Enough. Enough. Okay, back to the story. Now, who is next? We have Pidgemug. Pidgemug. Tell us about Wanda and Hills and their day or whatever.
So, Wanda and Hills. No, that voice doesn't go. We'll figure it out eventually. She gets up in the morning and eats something crunchy candied bacon. That's something humans like, right?
Candy for breakfast? I don't think so.
Okay. A hard-boiled egg.
That's better.
Okay.
I
And
do
she
love a
gets
hard-boiled egg in the morning.
right. They're tasty, especially if you pair it with a nice yogurt.
Acceptable.
Excellent, cool. And after a very, very delicious and hearty breakfast, we drink that hot bean juice. It makes you go really fast. Coffee. And then we'll go back to our little house, our little room, and we bake because we have to make sure we feed the little childrens that come visit occasionally. That's how you get them to go in your stove, right?
No. That doesn't sound right.
Sounds right to me.
No,
We don't put children in stoves.
we don't. Not in this story.
Oh, okay. Later stories. Got it.
Other stories, maybe.
Okay. And then we read from our spell book of foods.
Do you mean the recipe?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because your character can read.
Yes, much better than I can.
Okay. Wonderful. That sounds about right.
She can write too.
Oh wow.
She writes her own recipes sometimes.
So I'm sure they're good.
Best.
Zethadrius, your turn finally for Nana Gallo Glass. A silhouette, please.
All right. So when I wake up, well, you know, I want to be the girl who wakes up next to you. But anyway, so I roll up to the bed, I put on my clothes, and I rush downstairs. And then when I've gotten downstairs, I have a nice cup of tea. And I have my tea. And then I go outside, and this is all before the sun comes up, because you have to get outside and do the gardening before it gets too hot. Because America's hot compared to Ireland.
What do you grow in this garden?
Oh, snapdragons and bloodroot.
Apples. We know apples.
I think those are more of an orchard thing. But I could see an apple for this woman.
And
I've
potatoes.
never once seen an
Potatoes,
orchid and apple.
definitely, because I have heard that potatoes are very rich.
So apples and potatoes.
And beets.
And beets. What a very ordinary collection of things that mortals would grow and eat.
Yes.
Very good.
And then I make sure that the scarecrow is properly set up to scare the crows into the traps.
Into the traps. Oh, so you have traps.
Yes, for blackbirds. You'll see why.
Oh, that I like. Okay. Thank you.
And then, of course, get ready for the bake-off. Are we supposed to be baking the bake-off or bring a pie? Oh, all right.
Actually, the main event is the pie off. Yes, so the pie you will already have prepared.
Oh,
So I will ask
I
that once
already
we
have a
get
pie
there.
prepared.
Yes, exactly.
Then I
does
did
anybody
that
have a
before I left the
question?
house this morning.
Does anybody have a question about what a pie is? I know it's a human delicacy, but are we all aware of what a pie? Yes.
I'm
yes.
sure Ida knows. Do you know, homunculus?
Of course I know what a pie is. I make pies every day. Come home in the afternoon, I put them in the oven, and by morning they're nice and cooled off.
That could literally be anything. I think I saw Linwood, yes.
You see him like whispering to one of the mushrooms like growing out of like his like shoulder. It's just like, okay. Okay, so you use bread and you use egg yolk on it. Okay. Okay. I know what a pie is now.
Oh, okay, so you didn't even need to. All right, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Sour cherry.
Not yet. Just I like the enthusiasm, but we're not there yet.
Okay.
Okay. So, day of the bake-off. It is sunny out. The people are trickling in like the disgusting insects that they are. Oh, sorry. Happy, excited tourists that they are because the pies are to die for. Just so everybody don't know, not die like that.
Not
It's
poisoned pie.
No, not poisoned.
Oh.
Just to die for is a mortal expression to express how delicious and amazing something is, I believe.
Are they already eating the pies?
No, it's for the contest. Judges will be there to judge your pies, and then they pick a
Oh.
winner.
Okay.
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 Human customs. I know, completely boring.
I thought you threw pies. So
Nope.
thank you for the clarity.
Yes. Where was I? So at this pie festival contest bake off, you have the judges. The mavens are already, they've each of you have brought your pie in a beautiful little basket. I believe humans call it picnic baskets. Well protected from the weather with some heated insoles or insides, what have you. It's we have other contestants. You notice that amongst the four of you, there are two other contestants that have made it to this stage in the competition. One of them is a Scott Scott Bean is what mortals will call a twink. Scott Bean is very sexy. Brunette, kissable lips, uh,
Like an elf.
skinny. Yes, like a gorgeous elf. Just
I
without
thought a
the
Twinkie was a
ears.
small yellow confection with cream inside.
Uh, Basically, exactly. To you, they're the same, my friend.
That makes
To you, they're
sense.
the same.
Makes sense.
You would eat both of them, I'm sure.
Yes.
So, but yes, it is a human man that others in the gay community would call a twink. Very good at baking, has been baking for a while, and has brought a pie that is modeled after what they call a birthday a pie. So it has all the fillings of rainbow colored rainbow colored fruits inside of a pie. It's a very fruity pie, pardon the pun. So that's one of them. And the
So-
other yes.
One more moment for clarification. Do they
Yes.
call him a twink because he is already cream filled?
Yes.
Okay.
I see what you did there. This okay, and the other one is named Melanie Blair. Melanie Blair is a beautiful dark-haired woman in her mid-20s, uh, voluptuous figure. Yes. Oh, well, what was I saying? Yes, Melanie Blair. Has been in the baking business since she was born because she was born into a family of bakers. They had their own business until it went out of business a number of years ago. And those are the two finalists amongst the very experienced mavens that are you four. And I would like to know, oh yes, actually, before I do that, there is a presenter, a host for this event. Her name is Sue Mellon. Sue Mellon is a middle-aged, light closer to younger middle-aged redhead. She is on the stage with a mic. The judges are in the front of the stage. The two judges, one being Paul Rivera and other one being a Jane Leaf. And Sue is going on about, rather, this is Sue. Did I say Sue? Yes, this is Sue Mellon. Well, howdy, everybody. Thanks, and lovely to see y'all. It is a beautiful sunny day, and we are so delighted to see who is going to win this delicious pie bake-off. We do this every year, and we would love to thank our sponsors. Brindlewood Bay, you are an amazing town, always lovely, always ready to host this amazing event. And here we have our contestants. Please, everybody, give a round of applause for them. And so the crowd applauds. Everybody's really excited. The judges are pleased with what they're seeing on the tables that you have placed.
Homunculus, clap. I have no hands.
Wonderful. And I would like to ask each of you what kind of pie you have baked for the occasion. So, Zam, please tell us.
I didn't bake a pie. Homunculus, what did you do?
Well, I made a lovely mince pie, a nice big one. Usually they're quite small, but this one's quite large. And it's, Americans often get a bit squirrely when I mention that I'm making a mincemeat pie because they think I'm going to use actual meat. But really, it's just fruit and spices. And it's in a lovely buttered crust. And it's got a lovely flower and Christmas decoration on top. I'm going to make it for Christmas this year as well. And this is just a practice one, really. It's not my best work, but it's probably better than the rest of these losers.
My, she's quite competitive. All
I
right.
see.
Yes, yes. Linwood, aka Hyacinth, your pie, please.
I made a sour cherry pie, and the little decor around the actual pie itself. Uh, the pie crust around the edges is an Aurora Boreas. It's a snake eating its own tail. I don't know how I managed to make that. That was an accident. And the rest of it is actually flowers amongst the middle of it, made
Huh.
out of the bread.
There were half of those words I could not understand, but all right. Uh, pitch mug, please.
Wanda baked a mud pie.
Pitch mug. Please tell me
I thought
it's not actual mud.
No, it's chocolate.
Oh, I see. So you
Yes.
just call it mud because it looks like mud.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's it? Just
No,
a brown pie?
no, it's got the nice white fluffy cream stuff on it. And then we put a little extra chocolate on the top. I think some nice and silky chocolate too. It's gonna be very light and fluffy in the mouth, and have a good nice buttery crust with it. Maybe have a little like cinnamoniness in the crust, just to add a little extra je ne sais quoi. Ooh, French. That's a human language, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
So
good. Very
we'll
good.
call it a French silk pie.
Oh, that's definitely a better name than mud pie.
Mud pie. I think so too. Thank you.
And now we have for Nana. What does Nana have?
Oh, well, I just made a little pie. It's only about 5 feet across, and it's got a thick golden crust made of the standard things for shepherd's pie. I didn't use shepherd's. It's got a nice golden sourdough crust on the top, don't you know? And inside, of course, are 4 and 20 blackbirds, because that's traditional in a pie like this, that you bake 4 and 20 blackbirds into the pie.
Pause. Sorry.
Yes.
So Thaddeus, you cannot have this kind of pie in this pie bake-off. It's 5 feet, birds, alive birds. That's just not a
Oh, no,
human
the birds
thing.
aren't alive.
Yes, but how many birds did you say?
4 and 20?
No. Cut about 419 out of that and make
No, 4 and 20.
4 and what is that? Some
24.
kind of, I see. Cut away about 23 of them, only leave one because
One bird?
Yes, because it has to be a human proportion. It cannot wait. Let me rephrase that. It has to be something a mortal can eat, not human proportion, but a mortal can eat. So it can't be 5 feet.
5 feet's too big.
It's too big.
But all right. 1 foot.
You're not allowing blackbirds, but you're allowing feet.
No, not actual appendages, but the measurement. You can't have such a large.
1 foot across.
I think that's. I'll
1
let
foot
it
lengthways.
slide.
Okay, good.
I'll let it
Yes,
slide.
1 foot across. All right. Well, I've made this lovely blackbird pie with 1 blackbird in this pie.
Thank you. I know that we usually want to use our imaginations, but we also have to be a little realistic with the expectations of the world that we're playing in.
I don't have an imagination. I just have one big eye.
Yes, you do, and you never fail to remind us every second.
I enjoyed this moment of attention. You may continue.
Very well. So, the pies are being tasted by the judges. There's about, let's see. Yes, I forgot to mention the judges. They are this Paul Revere person. He is a bit of a douchebag, as the humans would say. A bit of a harsh judge, well known in the televised media sphere in terms of baking and cooking all around. And then the second judge is Jane Leaf, author of many successful cookbooks, and just glad to be there. A very lovely character. So they are your judges. And as they are going through doing the taste testing, majority of the reactions were positive. However, we don't know the result yet. That is something that will be decided later in the evening, because there are other festivities to get to, and we like to really stretch out the contest so that more people will be. Oh yes, yes. What is it?
Between the tasting and the final judgment, as it were, I would like to approach Mr. Douchebag. I'm sorry, what was it?
Paul Rivera.
Paul Rivera. I would like to approach Paul Rivera and just very kindly and politely threaten his life if he doesn't choose my path.
Sathadrius, remember what I said. We are not villains in this. We are the good guys.
Oh,
You can attempt to bribe him.
There, maybe that.
no, I would never give away my gold. That's ridiculous. Now, I'm going to try to just be very grandmotherly to him and friendly so that he likes me better and will like my pie.
Well, I would like to see how you achieve this. Go on. I am now Paul.
Oh, you are? All right. Okay. All right. Well, yes. Oh, dearie, you're such a wonderful fellow, aren't you? And you're nice and good looking and all. And I know you're a fellow of fine tastes and the taste for the finer things in life. So you should know that my blackbird pie comes from a very old family recipe. I got it from the Morrigan herself.
Who are you?
I'm Nana Gallo Glass.
Oh yeah, one of the contestants. Yeah. Great pie. Can't say anymore because we are still holding on to our votes until end of the evening. What was it? What did you need?
You weren't listening to me at all, were you, lad?
Oh, I'm listening now. You have about 2 minutes of my time. Go on.
Well, bless your heart. She will turn and walk away.
So it looks like that didn't really go well for you.
No, but I'm not
It's okay.
supposed to kill him, so.
Yes, a lot of this does come down to, do I kill or do I not? And it would be so much easier if we could, but in this game, we are not the killers. Yes. What's your question?
My
Do you
ear
have
just
your-
itched. No, my ear itched. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just cut it off. You don't need it.
I like hearing.
You'd still be able to hear. Just less good.
I get the strange feeling that I am losing your interest since we have not yet come to the murder aspect of things. So on that part, I apologize. Yes, Linwood.
May I try to, discern which one would they be leaning to win so far by asking a few questions?
And who are you asking this to?
A couple of the judges, just asking how they found the pie in terms of presentation, mostly in a polite, calm way. And if I'm correct, that might cause a roll on my end.
Indeed. We know that Paul Rivera is not very giving in terms of information. However, you are welcome to try the other judge, Jane Leaf.
Oh, yes, I'll try Jane Leaf. Hello, ma'am. Mrs. Leaf, how are you doing?
Oh, good. How are you? You're one of the contestants, right?
Oh, yes, I am. It's wonderful to meet you. And I reach out to shake her hand as politely as possible.
She shakes back.
Would you be willing to sit down and talk about some things about cooking by chance?
Oh, yeah, I think I have some time to kill. Yeah, sure. Let's do so.
All right. And I'm going to politely sit down on a chair, invite her to sit. And so, Mrs. Mrs. Leaf,
Oh, it's just Miss Leaf.
oh, Miss Leaf, oh, thank you so much. Um, I would. What do you find most interesting about baking? Like, what makes you believe that there is something good in a baked good? I believe this is where I may roll presents or something like that.
We're supposed to roll dice. I forgot that part.
Oh, well, here, then let me help you with that. I can summon some dice for you. Here you go. Yes, roll for your tactic.
Well, not great.
What did you get?
I got a 5. She might be
5.
on to me. What? She might be on to me. Arguable. She also might go off on a tangent.
So that is indeed what happens. Jane Leaf is onto you and takes this time to go on a tangent about her newest recipe book. She is very passionate about this, and she won't stop until you are forced to step aside because you had a pee emergency, because you're an old mortal and their bladders are usually very fragile.
Thank you.
Good attempt, though. Good attempt. Before we proceed to the evening, does anybody else have anything they would like to do for their characters?
Is there are there things that we can eat and try? Like, or is it just the judges?
You're not supposed to eat the judges.
I don't. Well, no, I don't want to eat the judges. They don't look very tasty. Meanness makes them. Bleh.
You're welcome to help yourselves to cookies, I believe, and brownies and crackers and what else? What else? Other
Oh, they
fruits.
have brownies. I love how their little legs kick while you're swallowing them and they're going down your throat.
Wrong type of brownie.
There's
yeah,
another
baked
kind
good.
of brownie.
The baked good.
Oh,
Baked good. Baked
Yes.
good. Okay, well, Wanda's gonna go and try a variety of the other baked goods and confections available. Confections is my big word for the day.
Very good, very good. I can tell that you've been reading up on your human terminologies.
And then, just keep an eye out on people, make sure they don't try to steal my pie or anything.
Hyacinth is going to give you just like half a plate of clothespin cookies. You can't eat the plate.
Okay, noted.
You can
Nana,
eat the cookies on the plate.
Nana carefully makes a note that she heard the leaf woman say that she had time to kill.
Mm.
Colleagues, friends, again, I say this. Don't take anything they say literally. There won't be any killing done by your characters. Understood?
No. The leaf woman said that she had time to kill. This is a murder mystery.
It's a type of human saying. It's what can oh.
I think we really killed it when we made these pies. Don't you think, ladies?
I think we did.
Yes.
It is now evening.
I mean, obviously, I had to kill the bird to put it in the pie.
And the man whose feet you cut off and wasted one. I imagine it's just on
There
the
was
floor
no
somewhere.
man involved. They were blackbirds.
What about the feet?
No humans involved.
It's a measure of distance based on a king's foot, I think.
I won't ask which king. I'm sure they all had the same sized feet.
I imagine so. They're all the same. Just look at them.
They're all roughly the same size. These
Yes.
humans.
I didn't realize when I would be running a game that it would test my patience this much. But anyways, it is evening. You have all had your chance to roam around, interact, taste some delicious confectionaries. However, when you all return back to the area where your pies were sitting and the judges would be, you notice that there are yellow caution tapes around one of the trailers. It happens to be Paul Revere's trailer, and you see the local sheriff, Sheriff Sherry Silvertooth. She has come around and is approaching you mavens because, again, it's a small town. She knows you and knows that you are all adept at solving cases and mysteries, and says, ladies, I got I got a doozy. It's a doozy. Judge Paul Rivera, keep this quiet, okay? But there's been a murder. There's been a murder. Paul Rivera's dead, and I don't want this to ruin the festival. It's it really brings in the tourist money. So if I could please ask your favor, in maybe solving this in a quietly as possible. May I please get your assistance in this? I'm going to keep an eye on things here to make sure that nobody comes around causing a fuss. Is that all right?
Oh, dearie. We'd be more than happy to help you any way we could. Isn't that right, girls?
Of course.
Don't
I'm
mind
so
looking at a
sorry to
corpse.
hear about
Feel like I
Mr.
look at one every
Rivera. It
morning in
couldn't
the
have
mirror.
happened to a nicer fella.
Sorry, you both of you were speaking at the same time.
That's my bad.
What were you saying, Ida?
Oh, I was just saying that we don't mind looking at a corpse, do we, ladies? We see one every morning in the mirror.
Speak for yourself.
That's true.
Oh, wonderful humor. I am now the sheriff. You ladies are so sweet and funny. Have I ever told you, Ida, you should really get to like stand-up comedy? You would be great.
I'd have to stand up first. I don't think my knees could take it. Should we go and look at this body?
Oh, right, there's a body. Sorry. Oh, you ladies killed me.
Oh, we're right to business. Not got long left.
Oh, of course, of course. I just make sure to wear your gloves. Don't, move anything. You're welcome to go inside, but yes, please wear some protective gear so we're not leaving any traces. We want to protect the scene of the crime.
Oh, of course, dearie. But of course.
So you all enter the trailer, is that correct?
Can I actually look around
Yes.
outside the trailer?
All right, okay, thinking outside the box. So Hyacinth Bucket will be the one checking around the trailer, is that correct?
Unless anyone else wants to join me.
I'll go with Wanda will go with Hyacinth to buddy system it.
All right, so two of you will check the outside, and I'm assuming the other remaining two will check the inside.
Sounds good to me.
Sure, and that sounds perfectly reasonable, doesn't it?
Very well. So, please proceed. We will begin with how the inside of the trailer looks. First, you open the door. It's a relatively large trailer, not the best of the best, but relatively large for someone of a large ego. You see that it is a bit disheveled when you step inside. There clearly was some sort of struggle for the victim. Things are knocked over, and you see, unfortunately, the bloated body of Paul Rivera. What would you like to do?
I would like to look closer to see if there's any kind of visible wound.
Very well.
I'm going to look around the room for evidence of murder weapon or anything of the sort. And correct me if I'm wrong, but humans don't actually enjoy the smell of what happens when a person dies, right? They don't like the smell of the bowels voiding and the rest of that.
I whisper to
yes.
one of my mushrooms. No, they don't.
Thank you.
Then I'll
I'm going to
daintily
appear.
cover my nose with a handkerchief while I'm looking around.
Nice touch, nice touch.
I'm going to appear and eat the corpse.
No,
No.
Yes. No?
you cannot do that.
Oh.
And also,
Fine.
you are not as yourself in this game. You remember, you are role playing as a character.
I
You're
can be nothing
homunculus.
Homunculus, continue. I will
Yes.
watch. I'll eat the corpse afterwards.
So, you notice on the body of Paul Rivera, there are signs of poisoning, hives, rashes, grotesque blistering the flesh, definitely swollen face from suffocating, and some excretions through the throat along the floor.
Hey, did he? Can you look since you're right there and see if he has sort of a white frothy thing coming out of his mouth? It could be cyanide, you know.
Well, I'll take a closer look. Got to be careful if it is cyanide. Wouldn't want to go down with him.
So, let me double check. Linwood, you've played this game before, yes?
I have, actually, yes.
So, what about do we roll in this stage, if you'd like to help?
If you are looking for clues and you're looking for them using any specific method, such as reason, which would apply for a crime scene, you would roll meddling move, which is 2d6 plus your applicable stat, such as reason.
All right. So I will do that, please. Meddling move.
So,
I'll
do
roll,
we
roll
both
dice.
do we
Or-
do we both roll it, or just one of us?
I say you both roll it. Why not? I
Very
feel
good.
like giving.
And which stat am I rolling on?
Both.
I'm looking at this character sheet here.
Reason, probably.
I don't. You're not in the scene, are you?
I'm looking at the body. I'm right
Oh.
up close, trying to find out if it's got any cyanide in it.
Pardon me. Sorry, I get that mixed up. Yes, yes, yes. Look away.
I rolled
Alright,
an
so-
11.
Oh,
I only got a 9.
Very good. They are indeed successes, I believe. So in that case, let me just review what you get in this case. Meddling. Ah, 11, you said, right?
Yes.
That's a hit. Is that considered a hit?
yes.
Okay.
It's interesting. The sheet says 7 to 9, but I don't see a 10 or 11.
It's assumed that the hit is the in-between numbers that are missing. So you find, as you're studying the body, a baking sheet with what seems to be sprinkled with some type of poison.
My God. He was murdered with baking.
Dun, dun, dun. I sort of think that perhaps we shouldn't touch it because we're not actually immortal beings that are immune to poisons or anything.
I wasn't going to plan on touching it. I've led a full life up to this point as far as I'm aware, and I'm going to continue living after this is over.
Yes, of course.
Or what did you roll? You said a 9. Was it a 9?
I did.
A 9 means there's a complication, either with
Oh,
the
no.
clue or a complication you encounter while searching. The keeper, will tell you what the complication is. So what you find is, because it is still some sort of a result that you get, you find a small chest of ball gags, handcuffs, and riding crops and butt plugs. They are indeed what the mortals would use for sexual activities.
Well, it certainly looks like the young man had a full social life, if you might say.
Yes, I'm not sure what use these would have as a baking judge.
Even a baking judge has hobbies, dearie.
But right here at the competition, it's just not right. You'd think you'd wait until after.
Some of the best hobbyist activities I've ever engaged in were during another event of some kind.
I suppose you're more worldly than me in that regard.
Well, old Papa Gallowglass was a bit of a rogue and
All right,
know.
that's enough. That's enough. I don't want to hear or think about mortals.
We have a long and detailed conversation about the specifics of that for the next hour.
Well, then I think I found the
No, we
complication.
don't. We're still. Oh, damn it.
Oh, I suppose we've got an investigation to do. Hold that for later after this game, and I'm definitely going to continue being alive forever.
Right.
The complication is that the objects that you found in there are definitely have been recently used and not very well cleaned. So on one hand, there could be DNA proof of some one who's involved aside from Mr. Rivera. However, you can't really touch things this way.
I mean, I can really, but it's not the gloves. First of all, I was wearing gardening gloves, and then I put on the surgical gloves afterward because the sheriff person told me to.
But remember, mortals usually find these things, these bodily fluids, disgusting and filled with germs.
Yes, I feel like this is one for the experts, for the forensics team. We're here to find out.
What's a germ?
How should I say this? They're like micro-sized insects that cause famine and sickness and other terrible things upon mortals.
Have
Like
you
when
ever
I
eaten a
cast a
pers-
miasma.
Have you ever eaten a person with the plague and you got sick afterwards?
No, I'm a black dragon.
That's true.
I don't get sick. My stomach acid dissolves everything.
That's true. Have you ever seen a person with the plague?
Yes, they're tasty.
Yes, that is what makes them have the plague, a germ.
Oh, then Nana would be very worried about such things and would not want to touch it.
There you go, indeed. Pardon me, I must drink from my cup. That's good blood. Now we will face what the other two are doing around the trailer. As we see what Linwood and Wanda are, sorry, pardon me, I apologize. Hyacinth and Wanda are doing. Please tell us what you're doing.
Wanda, would you like to go first?
Well, Wanda's gonna, she'll just start her little walk, around the trailer, kind of looking down as best as she can. She knows things happen on the ground. You can track footprints and things there. She's gotta keep a hand on her back though, because her spine goes crackly sometimes.
If
Do I?
if I may
Yes?
be allowed, if I
Mhm.
may be allowed, can I look at the judge's tent top of it and see if there's an indent there that might lead to the roof of the judge's trailer?
My question to you there is, how would you find a dent? Because you are a mortal-sized mortal. From your vantage point, you wouldn't really see the top of
Not the
entire
top, but see if there is like a dent, like there is a divot that I could see hanging down from the bottom.
Is there a role for something like this?
I think it would be reason, and I think reason would also apply to Gob's role.
Very well then.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
I got a 7.
Well, a 7, it will have a complication. I'm not sure how viewing something should have a complication. You definitely notice that there is a dent, especially in the part where your prophetic dream, now you know is prophetic, showed you. Unfortunately, as soon as you turn around to tell your maven friend, and you look back, it has fixed itself.
Darn. At least I know it was there.
You know for a fact it was real and it was there.
You got a 9.
Yes.
Oh,
I want to forget.
Okay, a 9, again, very similar thing. What would you like to look for your
Uh,
clue?
I wanted to look around on the ground to see if there was any like footprints or I don't know, handkerchiefs dropped or candy wrappers. Maybe somebody dropped breadcrumbs, like the story.
Yes, go ahead and roll. Nope, you already did that. Pardon me.
I understand. You used to work for the gingerbread witch, didn't you?
Yeah, maybe the house tasted really good after she got baked. So
Let's see what clue I shall give you.
little.
Hmm.
I don't know why someone would trust a minion that let their master be baked.
Was an accident. I wasn't there that day. I had to go
Yeah.
to town to.
Whose minion are you exactly?
Now, let's not ask personal questions. We can discuss such things privately with each other, should there be consent to do that. Now, when you're looking around the trailer, what you find is I'm having trouble choosing a clue.
Uh-oh.
You'll find
Oh.
a cookbook. You'll find a cookbook, and when you open it, you realize that it is a two-authored cookbook. This is a draft of a cookbook per se. It's not published. The authors you read are Paul Rivera himself and Jane Leaf. And as you flip through the pages, you notice that a recipe by Paul has been ripped out. So that is your complication. You do not know what has been ripped out.
I told you she had time to kill.
Now, do you share this information, this clue, with your partner?
Oh yes, I'll take the cookbook over to Hyacinth, Hyacinth, and show her all of the pages. Point out a couple of specific recipes that I think might need a little tweaking here and there, but we have an issue. We're missing one.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Well,
It appears to be from Paul's.
all right. Ooh. Uh-oh.
I think this could be a motive.
It might be a motive. Question is, even though we might know who had motive for it, who actually did it? We don't know where she was. We have to question her.
Well, maybe we should find the other ladies and see what they've learned inside. Did you find anything good out here?
I thought I did, but I know it's real. I saw a dent, like somebody had walked across the tent roof and went over to the judge trailer.
Oh, uh, can Pidgemug would like for Wanda to try and take a look. Is that okay?
I will tell you that you will not find anything different.
Huh.
Would you still like to make such a feeble attempt?
I mean, like, Wanda, just back up a little bit and just take a look, and then look over at Hyacinth and be like, maybe we need to check your meds a little bit. Get a new prescription
Maybe.
on the glasses.
Probably the glasses. But yes, we should probably tell the other ladies and let's try to question Miss Leaf.
Jane
Leaf.
Leaf, yes. I like it.
So as the two of you head into the trailer to get caught up on what the other two are doing, we will also get caught up on taking a break. So make sure to relinquish your bodily fluids or retain them. It's your choice. We will be back in about 10 minutes.
Yes, I must express hideous gas.
Good evening. Welcome back. We have relieved ourselves, slaughtered a few lambs, had our other basic bodily needs met in the short time we've been away. And we will go jump right back into Brindlewood Bay and our murder mavens, mystery mavens. Welcome back. So, as the four of you join back into the trailer of the deceased Paul Rivera, what do you get up to?
I would like to share some of
Paladin
the
caught in my
information.
throat.
Sorry.
I had a paladin caught in my throat. It's fine now.
No problem. I would like to share some of the information that me and Couple's character have actually found. Me and Wanda.
Oh, I'd love to hear it, dearie.
Wanda was kind enough to have found this, and I point over to her and I like sparkle at the book, like sparkle fingers.
And Wanda will open the book to show and very specifically go to the page that's missing the recipe and be like, yeah, there's a tear.
So you think whoever did this did it to either hide this recipe or or why else do you think? What does this mean to you?
Feel it?
Kill it.
Perhaps.
I mean, perhaps, dearie, what actually happened was they tore out that recipe so that no one would think that was the recipe they used to kill him, because we found a baking dish with poison on
Ooh.
it. And he looks poisoned.
That's
And I'm
weird.
not sure what it has to do with anything, but there's a box of adult toys over here with a lot of bodily fluids on them. Possibly
Distraction?
both of theirs, who knows?
Distraction, maybe?
Is anyone here good enough to tell what something is once it's been mostly eaten/destroyed? So we can find out what was baked without eating it, because obviously it's deadly poison.
Would reason? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I think we're going in the same boat.
Would we be able to smell it? Actually, I got an idea. I am going to use this.
A move?
The Golden Crown Mysteries move.
Indeed. Go ahead.
This reminds me of something that happened to Amanda Delacour. And if I'm correct, this is above table now a little bit.
Yes.
So
that means I get to speak.
No,
Me.
no.
I'm done. Continue.
The name of the Golden Crown mystery in question, the problem or situation Amanda found herself in, similar to what we are experiencing, and how Amanda eventually overcame this problem or resolved the situation. And then we take a 12 plus to a relevant role, or say a fact about the current situation that you, our wonderful keeper, must incorporate. Now,
So does this mean that I reveal another interesting clue?
depends. I might go for the 12 plus.
Indeed. Go ahead.
All right. So everyone, what was the book that this problem came from?
The Case of the Poisoned Pie.
Nice. And now somebody else. What was the problem or situation Amanda found herself in that is similar to what we are experiencing?
Oh, I got this one. She needed to figure out what kind of pie it was without tasting it because it's poisoned.
All right. And to our wonderful beholder friend, Samantha, how did Amanda eventually overcome this problem or resolve that situation?
He changed the fabric of reality in order to determine the results.
I think I should take this one, dearie. As we can't use magic because we're just people, and we don't want to taste the cake because it's probably poison,
You
we could
don't want to
maybe,
test my patience any further.
and we don't want to test your patience any further, we should maybe find a way to examine the cake / pie / whatever was cooked without eating it. So first we should look at the shape of the tin, then we should see if we can determine any ingredients visually, and maybe see what's missing around the building here where the cake was cooked.
All right. I'm going to roll this. I'm going to argue that we're going to try and find some almonds, some raw almonds.
Okay, almonds. Interesting.
Raw almonds contain enough cyanide to kill a person with just 7.
So you're assuming this was a cyanide poisoning?
That's not true.
Assuming.
That's not true. You can't kill a person with 7 almonds in raw almonds. You can eat a whole bag of raw almonds.
Not people.
I'm sure I've eaten lots of almonds before in my past, but maybe.
Maybe.
I'm allergic
It's something to
to
do with them being
almonds.
raw.
Yep. All almonds that humans have to eat have to be baked first. It kills off the poison.
Well, this is fascinating stuff. Do go on.
It's certainly useful information for the future. It certainly makes me rethink my lovely cherry bakewell pie.
Now,
But,
I'm going to see what this roll is. Fingers crossed. Oh boy. Now, my wonderful, wonderful keeper, what would be the stat for rolling this to see if we're able to find this tin that these almonds might have been contained in, or bag, or whatever?
Examining a reason.
Reason? All right, thank you. Would this count as meddling or as night? Because I feel like this counts as meddling.
Sure, go on.
All right, thank you. And we get an auto 12 plus. And I got 7.
Okay. So what
19, which is an auto 12 plus.
what does this give you in exactly? What shall I offer you?
We get a clue and we get a specific hit for a bag of bitter almonds, most likely. However, whatever else you want to give us, feel free. If it's nothing else in the bag,
Oh,
that's
so you
fine.
get a bag of holding.
Oh, it's just a bag of bitter almonds.
Oh, it's just a boring bag of almonds. Sure, you can have it.
Would there happen to be a receipt with this?
Indeed, since it's a success.
Whose name is on this receipt?
The receipt you would suspect might be Jane Leaf. However, you are shocked to find that the receipt is actually from a Melanie Blair.
who puts their name on a receipt?
Is that not how it works?
Someone who used a credit card, dearie. I know
Mm.
all about money, you see.
So yes, it's on the receipt is a Melanie Blair, who you know is one of the contestants.
But do we think that someone who would buy almonds, knowing they were going to use them to kill somebody, whether it was 7 almonds or 70, that they would use their own credit card and sign their own name?
I think she was sent out to do so. I think we're entering answer a question territory.
Mhm.
Go on.
And anyone can come and make a theory using any of the clues that we have, because we have the dent, we have the used items, the co-authored cookbook draft, the recipe ripped out, the poison, the receipt from Blair, and also the specific poison, which is the bitter almonds. So that is 7 clues. We can use these in any way that we see fit for this mystery, and each one used will give us +1 to the mystery as we roll for the solution.
Is it fully confirmed that it was the almonds that did it?
If you ask me, the keeper, it was never confirmed that it was almonds that did it.
Yes.
But so we're solving the mystery, but it doesn't necessarily have a pre-made solution. It can come from how we put the ideas together.
Absolutely.
Right?
That is correct. However, how can you assume it is almonds? There are many different variations of poisons out.
That's true. All we can determine is that almonds are missing, and we looked for ingredients that were missing, and it was almonds.
Perhaps because you can smell almond in the plate.
Does almond have a sense?
It does.
Yeah.
Does, especially the cyanide version. The bitter almond smell is distinctive.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think mortals can smell cyanide.
They can. They can smell bitter almonds.
I'm learning so much. Well, now I know next time not to use such a thing on mortals.
Humans might eat it anyway if they don't know that that's what the smell is.
How lovely.
Sabo,
Anyways,
do you have anything that you would like to add to the conversation as well?
I mean, if it's almonds, that's unfortunate for that guy. But what about the box of I believe you called them items? How does that? Were they before? Like you not when you someone, right?
They can be a distraction. They can be a distraction or a red herring.
I have an idea for that in a minute, but I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the missing page from the beginning of the cookbook in the A's, like under almond pie, an almond pie? Because maybe they baked the bitter almonds into normal almonds to hide the smell.
Mm-hmm.
And if it does smell like almonds or cherries, a cherry bakewell would be the perfect thing. Which is, it's a pie with almonds and a cherry on top.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Or at least almond paste, depending on the version.
Well, of course. We should have all remembered that, Lassie. Very good.
Well, we're all expert pie bakers, or at least I am, which is why I'm going to win this competition. Which I assume is still on, despite this unfortunate event.
We'll see.
It is still on for now, but really depends on who is the murderer and if that ruins the competition or not. Now, you can stand there outside the trailer and discuss this for the next hour, or you can do some detective work and maybe question the suspects. What say you all?
We can question some
Sounds
suspects.
good, yeah.
Question the suspects, and there's 2 of them.
So far, we have who is on the suspect list?
Melanie Blair and Jane Leaf. And everyone else who's ever met him.
Possibly.
Because he's a douchebag.
Indeed. Good you remembered that fact.
And of course, the always available option in a murder mystery, he did it to himself, either accidentally or on purpose.
Poisoned himself?
Well, if he was stupid enough to cover the top of his cherry baked whale pie with raw bitter almonds
Fascinating.
before he tried it, you know, that's something we have to always consider just in case. Before we put someone into jail forever.
We do need to check and see if it's the cherry bake recipe that's missing.
We could try to look around one of the other trailers for the other judges to see if we can find that.
Interesting. So who wants to go where and what is happening?
I just meant looking in the book to see if the one that's missing is between C and D, because it would be alphabetized.
Ooh. The cherry bake one?
Yeah, the cookbook. We already have a cookbook.
I am going to say that it is not alphabetized, so really it does not help at all. Now, please, leave the trailer and do something else.
What kind
I think we're supposed to take a hint.
Alphabetize their recipes.
All right, let's go talk to Miss Blair, shall we, lassies?
Nana, would you actually like to come with me and speak to Miss Leaf?
Oh, and then have our companions go and speak to Miss Blair, so we're sort of split up and not as threatening seeming.
Yes, the
Not
two of
only
us
that,
can go speak to Miss Blair.
And not only that, if we're split, neither one of them can run on their own.
All right, then. In case they were working together. They were in cahoots.
Yep.
I learned that word.
Ooh, very good, very good. I almost believed you were Nana.
Now.
So you split up. Oh yes, you have a paw up.
Oh no, I was gonna say, so we're splitting up.
Indeed. So we have who is going with whom to interrogate who?
I believe I'm going
it's-
with Wanda to go and see Blair.
That's correct.
Okay, then that
And-
leaves the other two for Leaf.
Mhm.
Okay. So you two split up. You go looking for your respective suspects. We have Jane Leaf. No. Blair and Leaf. Those are the two. Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes. Jane Leaf is one of the judges. Is actually in has found out about the murder and is currently locked up in her own trailer for safety reasons. And there's an officer or two guarding the trailer. Then we have Melanie Blair, not guarded or anything. She is speaking speaking with
Animatedly.
Animatedly. Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure if that was the correct word. With one of the other contestants, Scott Bean, the twink. So we will first go to the two animated couple speaking about the latest trends in frosting.
Do you want to be good cop or bad cop, Wanda?
I don't think there's really any good or bad cops, but
Incorrect, Wanda. All cops are bad. Let's both be bad cop and
let's
get this
both
job
be-
done.
I like it. When we walk home. Excuse me,
Good.
oh, Mr. Bean.
Oh,
yes.
Hi, it's just Scott. Scott is okay.
Oh, well, Scott the Bean, then. I don't know if we just had some questions about your pie.
My pie?
Your pie. Baker to
Um,
baker.
okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Uh,
We'd like to know about your cream filling.
oh, that's okay.
Well, that is a secret. I don't want to give everything away, or you'll take my recipe.
Oh, but you're happy to talk to your friend here. Who, by the
Oh,
way, is not as pretty as she thinks she is. Melanie Blair. We're
um,
all young once. It doesn't last long.
you know,
Skirt.
I thought you would be a sweet, elderly lady, but, wow, what's with the drive-by? That was, I wasn't claiming to be gorgeous or anything like that. I think I'm pretty confident, but I'm not cocky.
Oh, she's just a little bitter, like some almonds, you know.
Bitter almonds? Can almonds be bitter?
Bitter almonds. Oh, somebody recently paid for with a credit card and signed their name on a receipt.
Did you dig through garbage or something? Because last time I threw a receipt in the trash. Why are you asking me about almonds?
I see. You want to do this the hard way. I
Excuse me?
understand.
Are you denying buying almonds and throwing away the receipt for said almonds?
Well, I know some people keep the receipts, like elderly people, but I mean, it's just
Correct, and good
trash.
for your finances.
It wasn't really that expensive, so I don't need it.
But
Are
but
you
you
aware that there's been a terrible murder?
Excuse me?
A horrible poisoning. Done most likely with almonds, which we have
pretty
reason to
certain.
believe you purchased.
I'm sorry, what? Like, what are you talking about? Someone's been poisoned?
Yes.
And Scott goes, "Oh my God, did you poison someone, Melanie? What's wrong with you? You are not going to win by shady methods." Melanie goes, "I didn't poison anybody. I just bought almonds for my, like, the pie for the contest. Like, I don't need, who's dead?"
Someone who ate some almonds.
Will anybody tell me who's dead? Like, if you're, assuming that I killed someone, I would like to know who you think I have killed.
Well, you know better than us, surely.
Okay.
Can I roll reason to see if I believe her what she's saying, like her reaction and Mr. Bean's reaction.
Okay, sure.
I get a 8 total. It's not great.
Okay, so an 8, that's the between a 7 and a 9, so there's still the complication, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so do you believe Melanie? And do you believe the reaction of Scott? You read them. Scott definitely seems surprised, but almost it seems like Scott thinks this is all some sort of messed up prank, and just playing along. Melanie, however, looks about perspiring a little bit in the armpit region.
Mhm.
Not sure if that's because she's been cut or because she just is nervous about being accused of such a thing entirely. One cannot be too sure, but these are two very different reactions, and that's all you get from this. Complication wise, Melanie at this point storms off because she does not have to put up with this from some old ladies attacking her about her pie. There's nothing to pin this on her, and she storms off, leaving just Scott to deal with the two of you. Wow, you guys really like upset her.
I think upsetting people is the least of our problems when there's a murderer on the loose.
Okay, and who is it that's been murdered?
Are we at
And
liberty to reveal?
I don't know. The sheriff, I feel like the sheriff kind of trusted us not to say anything.
And I don't think we're at liberty to reveal.
Well, then I'm not at liberty to continue this conversation. Bye.
But I would like to know before you go, Mr. Bean.
It's Scott. Don't call me Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's my father.
The Mr. Bean is your father.
That's where I went to.
Before you go, Mr. Bean, were you having any sort of relationship with any of the judges here at the competition?
You can see that Scott has been definitely caught off guard by this accusation or question. Scott is looking nervously around and comes in closer and is now in a whispered tone. Why do you ask? Did somebody say something?
Just curious.
Well, you can. I don't know if what you've heard, but I'm not allowed to say just because it might cause some issues with a thing called favoritism, and some may think that's considered having a advantage in the contest. So yeah, whatever. It's none of your business, and whoever said anything about it has no idea what they're talking about.
Do you have any more questions for Mr. Bean here, Wanda?
I,
It's Scott.
I don't think I've got anything for little Scotty here. Just let him know that we wouldn't judge you for hanky-pankying with anyone. So it's okay.
Wow, hanky panky. That's adorable.
Yeah. I know. I'm a cutie. You're lucky to be in my presence, sweetheart.
I'm so thrilled. All right, well, I'll see you at the judging ceremony, and be ready to lose to my amazing pie.
Ida leans in real close. You'd better book up your fucking ideas, Vanilla Bean. I'm going to win this competition, not you. You'll see. I think we've got all we need, Wanda. Let's go find the others, shall we?
Scott is left shaking in his Jimmy Choo shoe boots, Jimmy Choo, whatever as the mortals call that brand. And you two run along. Now, the other pairing, you are meeting with a Jane Leaf, is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay, well, you find again in the trailer is Jane Leaf. The security guard know that the sheriff Silvertooth has asked for your help as consultants, so they let you knock on the door. The door opens and you see a very disheveled looking Jane Leaf. She's how did I describe her? Did I say that she was a redhead or was it dark haired?
Let me look.
Can't recall.
Let me look. Let me look. Let me look.
I just have
vaguely
that she's
remember a
considered
redhead.
lovely.
The host was redhead.
Yes.
I think that she might have had dark hair.
Okay. So Jane Leaf is one with the dark hair. So her dark hair is disheveled, and she greets you all. I am now Jane Leaf. Hi.
As I walk in, I'm going to sniff the air to see if I can smell if she has recently engaged in coitus with a human.
Oh, excuse me.
The
What are you
air.
doing?
Sniff the air.
So Jane reacts to this little old lady sniffing the air all of a sudden. Says, excuse me, what are you doing?
We might have reason to believe that our other judge was poisoned with bitter almonds, and we want to make sure that it's not in this trailer as well.
What are you trying to say? Are you
You might be in danger as well.
You think
May I roll reason to see if I can sniff anything of that sort?
yes. Do go on. Go ahead and roll.
With my +1 for reason, that is a 13.
Oh, holy shit.
So a 13 means you successfully get what you're looking for. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
And just tell me again, are you sniffing for almonds or are you sniffing for sexual fluids?
I'm sniffing, and I should be able to smell with a roll that good. I think I should be able to smell either or both.
Well, you definitely don't smell anything sexual or biodegradable. Is that the term? Anyways, bodily fluids. You don't smell it. That's disgusting. I'm not going to add that. However, you do smell you smell fear, you smell nervousness, you smell sweat in terms of perspiration. Now, do I want to give you anything more? You smell of the familiar scent of one of the contestants. And it is Scott Bean. Because Scott Bean has a very unique cologne that he likes to wear. It's expensive. And that is something you notice with the tiniest hint. Somebody else would not have noticed.
Well, I don't smell any bitter almonds, but I suppose it could be further in if you think. We come in and ask you some questions, dear?
Okay, I guess. I mean, I could use the company. I'm a little frazzled after hearing somebody murdered. Sorry. And you see that she is, tearing up a little emotional as she lets you in.
Jane, I'm so sorry about what happened, but can you please tell us about your working relationship with Mr. Rivera?
Yeah, sorry, just Give me a second. Um,
Above the table, if that's the right word. I think she's having it up.
no, that was actually her blowing her nose.
She's displaying weakness.
I think she's lying. I think she's playing it up for the cameras.
That's what I said. I didn't.
You said she was taking a dump.
No, I said hamming it up.
Oh, I heard something else. My apologies. Well, that
That's
just
what you
feels
get
like
for not having ears.
that just feels like an insult on my acting abilities, but fine, we'll continue. So, yeah, I mean, we've been in the same like sort of circle of networks, since like years and years ago. We've kind of come up together in this world of baking and cooking and all of that. We were even going to work on a book together. It was going to come out, and I can't even find it anywhere. It's gone missing since the last time I've talked to um Paul, and uh, I don't know. I feel so lost. Um, I mean, I know that people think he's an asshole, but he's truly like one of my best friends.
Would you happen to know of anyone that would maybe want to hurt him that would be here?
Uh, Scott? No, sorry. I mean, Paul has had many enemies. It wouldn't be fair to just list some of them because there are far too many. It just wouldn't make sense. I could be any one of the staff, could be any one of the contestants, could be any one of the, even a tourist for all I know. Some kind of stalker. Like Paul's pretty popular with all kinds of people, and not always in a good way.
I'm going to try and emotionally manipulate this woman so hard.
Yes, please do so. I would love to see this.
I'm going to take her hand very gently and say, "It's okay. You can, whoever it is, whoever you think could have done this, please tell us. Whoever you think could have done this, or if you have anything that could have been left behind, that's something that could have potentially any type of lead for us to help you and to help bring justice to your friend."
Um, I should tell you this, but not because I think he did anything, but I just I don't know the full story, so but okay, I can think of maybe two names. So Paul, it was actually having a secret affair. Um, he's been seeing Scott, one of the contestants. They are having um Paul has a wife and she doesn't know. Yeah, it's been going on for a year now. They have a pretty rocky relationship, lots of fights, but also lots of getting back together. But again, Scott, has his moments, but he's not a killer. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard from him, and I'm worried that something could have been done accidentally, maybe. And the other name is I don't know why, but I mean, I feel like it's a really good reason. Um, Melanie, um, Melanie Blair. Her family had a business in Brindlewood. called Blair's Bakery. And ever since Paul opened a new shop, completely ran her family's business out of town, basically. Just so, I mean, it could be a revenge, maybe. Um, let me give you something. Let me give you this. And oh yes, please.
So, you said Scott had a distinctive cologne.
Yes.
So distinctive that I might have smelled it in the room in the small trailer that Paul died in, if it were present.
I will say yes.
Was it there?
The smell was there because now you know that they've been having an affair.
Right, that's what I was confirming to see if the smell was there, which means she's telling the truth about the affair. Okay.
That is true. Yes.
Mhm.
And so she takes out this this text that she has received. It is from Melanie, and it is Melanie asking if she could maybe win this competition, because it would go a long way to get her family's business and reputation back. And if it has the approval of a Paul Rivera and of course you know Jane Leaf, then it would mean a lot to financially start them off again. So she shows you this text from Melanie.
Oh, this ain't good.
So I don't know what to do. Is my life in danger? Should I tell anybody?
Stay in this trailer. Don't let anyone enter this trailer, okay?
Okay, I'd let you two in though.
D- we're with the sheriff.
We're little old ladies trying to help everyone, dearie. You don't let anybody else in.
Okay, okay, got it.
I'm going to step out.
I'm gonna step to the door, and the last thing I turn back and say is,
Oh, and one more thing.
Yes.
Why was Scott in this trailer, dearie?
Well, like I said, Paul is one of my best friends, and in a way, Scott also became close with me. We would dish and gossip when there was time.
Thank you, dearie. That's all I needed to know.
Okay, thank you.
You be careful, dear.
You too. And so you've both discovered some very interesting facts and clues. Do you all meet up again, or what else would you like to do?
I think we should meet up again. I think we've got enough clues.
I think we got it.
Indeed. All right.
I
So
think we should kill them all, and through elimination, we will get the murder.
Samantha.
Yes, that's my name.
Told us several times we're not allowed to kill anyone.
thank you.
Rules don't apply to me. I'm not even playing.
If you're not playing, you can't kill them.
You make a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Homunculus. Kill them if you get the chance.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm just a little old lady who lives in this world. But thank you for creating me. And now let's get back to the game, shall we?
Do not tempt me to use fireball. Understood, Samantha?
I'd be tempted.
Oh. Nope, this is a safe space.
Samantha can't see that happening.
This is a safe space. Safe
I
space.
thought that was funny.
Enough.
Please.
you all gather. The Mavens gather. You
Mhm.
are at the judge's tent, and there's no one else around at the moment. It is nighttime. Well, almost night for the results to be announced, or for the terrible news to be announced. What do you do?
I think I know who did it. I think we all know.
I think I know who did it.
I think I know who did it, dearie. Let's see if we agree.
I feel like there's more than one theory, but put together, we should definitely have an idea.
Nana finds a folding chair, brings folding chairs over for everyone to sit down because we're old and shouldn't keep
Oh,
standing.
lovely. My knees have been aching for hours.
All right. You're on mute.
Ankles for me.
Now, personal theory, above table, Linwood. I think was Melanie using this opportunity for Melanie would have been important. It also would have meant revenge for his wife. I think that if she was told no from this text, that this would have spurred her to take on any type of text from Mr. Rivera's wife and agree to attempt a murder. And succeed, apparently.
I think it's Jane Leaf, and she actually hates him, which is why she was pretending to be his best friend so much. And the text to Jane Leaf is Melanie asking what she can do to win, and she didn't show us her response, which was telling Melanie to buy the bitter almonds. And then she coordinated with Scott to get the cherry almond tart thing into Paul's
This trailer.
trailer so he would eat it, which is why they're all feeling guilty about it because they all did stuff they shouldn't have done.
That's all a possibility. Now, Gaba, what is your theory?
I feel like they would all be in, what was that word you used earlier? Cahoots? I just really wanted to say cahoots, to be honest with you.
That's a good word.
It's a good word. But Scott, I like Scott. I don't think he's actually involved in the murder part. But I think Jane and Melanie definitely teamed up.
That's fair.
I also think that Scott is not hooting.
I think Scott will be devastated when he learns of the news, actually.
Yeah. And
my name's Ida. Lovely.
Our wonderful
I know,
Ida, yes.
I know I'm sort of talking above the table, even though I'm not supposed to. But as you can see, Zam is currently watching a television program over there right now. She's lost interest. So I think Scott may be innocent, but is potentially being framed by the other two as the person closest. Melanie might not even have knowledge of a murder, but was stupid enough to buy the almonds, who is in turn being framed by Jane, who is trying to pin it on Melanie, mentioned Melanie by name, showed us the text, clearly wants us to think Melanie was at fault in some way. Whereas Jane, I think, is the mastermind behind the whole thing, cooked the pie, stole the recipe, killed the other judge, and had the motive. Whereas Melanie and Scott, they'd both want both judges to be alive, otherwise they wouldn't get what they want, which is to win the cake competition.
After all, yeah, that's true. We are at an impasse. What theories?
I don't think we are at an impasse.
I think it's about deciding whether Melanie's involved or not.
Yeah, no, pretty clear to. Well, I mean, that's right.
At least willingly.
Have different opinions than me. Sorry.
I think Melanie might have been stupid enough to just buy the almonds at a request. Do this and I'll
But does
help
that
you.
make her culpable?
I think it makes her an accessory, but not in the way of knowing.
The other thing I think is that we should accuse both Scott and Melanie so that Ida, that's me, can win this competition. That would get us on the good side with Mrs. Leaf. And she could then, therefore, give the competition to me, Ida, as it is my one goal in life.
Ida, we're not doing that.
I think the sheriff will judge it.
Samantha, I want to talk to Samantha.
Yes. I heard my name.
Your homunculus is getting uppity.
Yes, over time, they grow more personality and start to desire personal goals. Don't worry, once this is over, I'll crush them into dust and all will be forgotten.
Oh, good.
Very well.
She
For
was
now.
starting to irritate me.
Homunculus, behave. I'm
Good.
going to go back and watch the television. It's not on, but I can see myself in the reflection, which I enjoy.
Are
You
you
stay
still...
for the rest of it, I'll give you a pretty dice.
I do like pretty things. Fine, I'll watch the rest. As long as I can eat the corpse afterwards.
Anyways, so what is the decision? Are you going for a 2-person cahoots or a 1-person with a 1-person accessory, unintentional? What is... Yes.
I say we tell the sheriff everything we know and indicate that we believe that it is Jane.
Jane Leaf, the other judge,
Yes,
best friend and confidant.
of course.
Yes.
Okay.
The most
Would
likely
we-
person to kill you is the people who care about you the most. I know that much. You told me to read murder mysteries.
Very good. I see you've been doing your research. Well, the only thing I can ask at this point then, since you've all made some decisions and some putting together of the clues, is just a second. We will roll for theorize.
Gabo, would you like to make the roll to see if we are correct?
Oh gosh. If I roll bad, no one's gonna hurt me, right?
No, and there's also a solution. If we all put on a crown and narrate a scene of our lives as mavens, we up it to the next level of success.
Well, there you go then. So you're guaranteed some form of success.
You're making fun of me by showing me your fingers. I
think
don't
they're
have
counting.
those.
No,
I gotta use
goblin
these
is just
two.
using their fingers to count.
It's hard.
Stop distracting them. They're trying to count.
I can count to 10 all by myself.
Well,
I've done it before.
congratulations. Some of us need learning tools. This many's.
9. That's
Yeah.
a success with a complication. How wonderful. Our wonderful keeper. What is our complication?
I thought you would use the crown or something. Is that
Well-
not correct?
Would everyone like to use a crown for a full success?
I like winning.
I will put on the crown of the queen because if I have to be a human female, I should at least be a queen.
I would like to wear a crown.
Only one can have the crown.
I would like to wear the crown.
I want to wear the crown.
Well, why don't we roll for that then? Odds versus evens, a d4. Who calls
Homunculus,
odds?
roll the dice.
I think that the Lich is going to roll the dice. We are calling odds or evens.
I
Indeed.
call you odd.
You're calling odd?
I don't think I don't think she even knows what we're doing. I'm calling even.
Well, I'm going to roll it. Oh, it is an odd.
Yes, of course. Even the fabric of probability decided I am to be queen.
Yes,
Homunculus,
yes.
crown
Good
me.
job. Good job.
Watch it. I know you're not scared of the Lich because you could just look at them with that big anti-magic eye. But you cannot anti-magic me. Get on with it.
Now, no, let's not get angry. This is still a game. We are all having fun here. Now that you've worn the crown,
It's
it
glorious,
is,
isn't
it
it?
is a full
Tell me it's
success.
glorious.
It is glorious. It is glorious. It is a full success. And what do I give you for that? It is. How much was it before? I need to know. It was
9.
9. So that brings it to a 10. I will present an opportunity
I think
to
it brings it
take
to the
down
next
the
level of
culprit.
success, right? It puts it up to a 12.
It is
Up
the
to-
next level.
Which
So
is the same. It's still a success.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you have to tell a story because you took the crown.
Mm-hmm.
what is this? Oh no.
It's got to be a flashback of or a modern romance or something.
Please let your homunculus tell the story.
Fine. Better be a good one.
So, I remember when I was a young girl, which is very foggy for some reason, but I'm sure it definitely happened. When I was with my mother in the garden, and I was just so cruel. I made fun of her age and how she wasn't as beautiful as she used to be. And even though I was just a child, I didn't really mean it, and she knew that too. Some comments cut deep, whether you like them to or not, no matter the context. And since that day, things were never the same with her. Sorry, what was I talking about?
And then she died because you cut her so deep. Said she bled to death.
Maybe. That's what I would do today. I still mean to kill those other contestants.
What?
No, we're not actually supposed to.
Not killing today.
Oh. Well, back to being an old lady.
You're doing very well.
Very, very well. Yes, I was actually interested in that story. Not very ordinary. Okay, well, this means that this is the tier of a 10 plus, which means that I will give you an opportunity to take down the culprit or otherwise save the day. Would you like to know who the culprit is?
Yes.
This is all
Or-
of us, right?
Well, based on your very good deductive reasoning and clue collecting, you are indeed correct to assume that it was Jane Leaf. And as Cythadria said, sometimes you are indeed hurt by your closest and your most loved ones because humans are disgusting and broken and convoluted and manipulative and scorch on the planet. So very
That's why I eat all of my daughters and sons.
well, of course. What else would you do with them? So very good work, murder mavens. And and then so you bring this to the officer, yes, the sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the sheriff, and then we go with him to the.
We go with her
Trailer?
to the trailer. Yes.
Yes, so you go with the officer. Luckily, Jane has not left the trailer, still thinking that she had successfully fooled everyone. And after she is being taken by handcuffs way into the cop car, you see that unfortunately poor Scott is crying in the embrace of a Melanie Blair, and unfortunately the competition did have to be closed.
No,
You do have an opportunity before
that's my only
uh,
drive in life.
before Jane
My reason
Leaf
for existing.
before Jane Leaf goes into the car, you are allowed to approach her to ask who indeed won the competition.
Um, Jane, dearie, who actually won the competition? Do you see?
Give me a moment. Okay, so I'm going to assign a number for each of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to roll a d4. So we have the results. Jane Leaf looks at the 4 mavens, and as much as she is distraught and fueled with contentment, she looks at Hyacinth and says, "You had the best pie." And
I stab Hyacinth over and over and
No.
over and over and over and.
He's gone.
oh my goodness, that was one of my least favorite homunculuses that you have conjured.
They all turn out like that eventually. My
That's because
evil
they're
seeps
conjured.
into them over time.
That's because they are conjured from your mind.
Yes. I enjoy them so.
I do not.
Oh, they're kind of scary.
Well, they're more like pests.
That's because a lich is a thing of pure rationality who has given up all their emotions, whereas Samantha is a thing of pure irrationality who never had real emotions to begin with.
More like irritating.
Yes, that too.
Well, I would like
no.
to thank you all for joining me for this first time run of the Brindlewood Bay game. I don't think I will ever call to you again to play at my table. I will hopefully find better companions to play other games with. However, thank you for taking your time and your spoons, as the humans would say, to humor me in this adventure.
You're
I
invited to my
cannot hold
table
a spoon.
anytime.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, I had fun.
I did
I'm
too.
glad.
Hey, this was good. This was neat.
Now do we get to eat the goblin?
I
Do
take off one of
whatever.
my I take off one of my mushrooms and I throw it, and it turns into like a corpse of one of my old warlocks. Have it.
Delicious.
Run, goblin, run.
Goblin.
Gifts.
I
Yeah.
moving the gigantic dragon moves in the way to block Samantha's line of sight of the goblin.
Beautiful. All right, now we are officially our human normal selves again. Thank you all for joining this one shot, and thank you to this lovely cast for um, taking this idea I had and running with it at full speed. It's been a blast, and I've been your tail slinger today. My name is Tenzin. You can find me at socials under Tenzin Days, as in days of the week. Let's take it around the table one more time to do your little plugs, and then we'll have Lion, the disembodied voice of Lion, come back. Let's start with Jack True.
I almost forgot my real identity then. I'm Jack. I played Ida.
And Samantha.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. thanks to everyone for playing, and thanks to Lion for hosting. And everyone go donate. Well, Samantha will find you, and we'll spend time when you're in your house, eating your food and calling you names. And you can find me on Twitter at JK_true. That's at JK_true, all lowercase. I also do various podcast stuff. I have my own very old podcast, which I don't really promote anymore, but I might as well. It's called, you know what? I've genuinely forgotten what my old podcast is called right now. It's 4 a.m. for me. It's 4:47 a.m.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
It's called the True RPG Podcast. That's the one. The True RPG Podcast, my old podcast. And also right now I'm on Ballad of the Seven Dice podcast, which is a Call of Cthulhu podcast. I play a very unhinged investigator. If you want more from me, go find Ballad of the Seven Dice podcast and look for Escaping Carcosa offline. That's where you'll find me. And yeah, thanks so much again.
Awesome. Thank you. And Jelly, you're next.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jellyfish Lines. My pronouns are he, him. I play Linwood, and I played Hyacinth, played by Linwood. Weird Inception thing, right? I run the Playback Static podcast. It actually uses the system of Brindlewood Bay, of Card from Brindlewood. It's a public access game. It's wonderful. I scare the pee out of my players in the first session. You can go listen to that now at playbackstaticpod.podbean.com ?
Yeah.
Or playbacks, yeah, something like that. And I'm also working on another podcast with a friend where we talk TTRPG shop, where we essentially talk game design and also narrative design and TTRPGs. It's great. That's with WD Smith. They're amazing. Love them. Find me everywhere at Jellyfish Lines, capital J, and catch you on the flip side.
Awesome. And next, Irby, our gobbo.
Hello, Irby Fitz here. They, them. I had so much fun today playing Pidgemug the Gobbo, playing Wanda and Hills. I'm so glad we got to do this fun little Inception thing. It's something I wanted to be a part of, so I'm so glad. Dreams come true. You can find me being in Queer Chaos pretty much anywhere online as Caesar Slod. Or if that's really complicated to type in, because I don't know why I do this to myself, you can type in Irvy Fitz. I'm pretty much the only one on the internet. So hi, bye. Hope to see you around.
Yes, and I hope you all enjoyed that wig. Oh my goodness. Definitely grandma mode and goblin mode. Yeah. And last and certainly not least, Jack.
I am Jack Kellum, Jack the Giant Killer of Gods and Game Masters, pretty much everywhere. Search it, you'll find it. You can find me at Jack Gogsbane on Threads, and the artist formerly known as X, or currently known as X, formerly known as Twitter. I make gods and monsters and villains, and you can commission me to do that. But all my stuff, all my links are on my website. That's not important right now. What's really important right now is I'll be back here again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to run an episode of Mutants and Masterminds called The Age of Magnetron. And you should tune in and help us help Lion.
Please donate for Lion.
Yes, yes. And also, sorry, did I hear Age of Magnum Dong? What was it?
No. I mean, sort of, yes, but no. Magnetron.
Love it.
He
Awesome.
doesn't even have a dong.
No, I just had to do it. Yes, and now, Lion, please take it away.
Hello, that is me. I am here. You can't see me, but I exist, I promise. Thank you so much to you amazing folks for being here and being a part of this game. This was absolutely amazing. What an incredible, great idea, and what a fun time this was. Thank you all so much. Thank you to everyone in chat for being here and being a part of this, for hanging out, talking. Thank you for all the donations and the support. We end tonight at 79%. We're real close. It's exciting. It has meant so much. Tomorrow, as Jack said, we'll be back ending things where they began with a Jack Gogsbane game with Mutants and Masterminds. It's going to be a good time as we work to continue getting ourselves that much closer to our final goal before the 5th. I think that's pretty much it for tonight. So, again, thank you all for being a part of this. Thank you all for being here. And remember, take care of yourself, love yourself, eat enough food, drink enough water, do the things you gotta do, and always tell your tales. Love y'all so
Tell your
much.
tales.
Have a great night.
Night, everyone.
Night.